In today's video, we're going to be discussing the fact that there are some illegal weights that you cannot use in professional dart competitions. Let's get into the video. So if you know your darts well, you know that there are quite a few different governing bodies and different darting corporations, as well as obviously a soft tip equivalent as well. Well, each of these main three, the PDC, the WDF, and the soft tip circuit, all have different illegal weights. I have got my trusty iPad here as well, which has got all the information on that I need. It's not all coming off the dome. Who do you think I am? And before we get into the actual information itself, I want to tell you once again about the shirts. They are now officially on sale. I've just opened a Hazy Dart shop that you will find on all of my other socials, on my Instagram, my Facebook, and my TikTok, where there'll be a link to send you to the docu-form, where if you fill it out and spend the money, I'll then order the stuff for you. Well, let's get back to the information then, shall we? So the DRA rules, which is the PDC circuit, it states, according to the Darts Regulation Authority, which governs the Professional Darts Corporation, a dart is illegal if it weighs more than 40 grams. So anything over 40 grams you are not allowed to use on the PDC circuit. This is interesting because on the WDF circuit, that states that your highest maximum weight that you can throw is 50 grams. That's a whole quarter more. Like, that's quite a lot. And this includes not just the actual barrel weight itself, it also includes adding in the point weight, the stem weight, and the flight weight as well. All of the dart has to be less than 40 grams if it's PDC, or 50 grams if it's WDF. And on the soft tip circuit, it is 25 grams is the most. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, why is soft tip so much lighter? Well, a lot of the time soft tip is done on a sort of machine. It's not a normal dartboard. So if you throw anything heavier than 25 grams, there's a lot of chance that you might break the sensors in the board. That is why there is an illegal weight for soft tip. However, for the WDF and the PDC circuits, why do you think they have an illegal weight? Well, the first one is the fact it will cause the board to have significant damage if you have a heavier dart. What that means by that is obviously the heavier the dart, the further into the board it's going to get, which is then also going to cause an advantage for that person and a disadvantage for the person you're playing, because a heavier dart will go deeper into the board, meaning if you have a deflection or you might have a possibility of having a bounce out, with a heavier dart, there's less chance of that happening because the weight is so significant going into the board. I can understand that. The second thing is something that Stephen Bunting has also mentioned. He found out he used to play with 12 gram darts. He's now gone up to 18 gram darts. And that's because if you play on the PDC, you're normally going to be playing on quite big stages or quite big venues. Now, in these big venues, you get a draft. It might not be a significant draft, but obviously, the heavier the dart, the least amount of effect this wind or draft will have on the dart. So if you then got used to throwing a 50 gram dart with a significantly long point, because that's one of the disadvantages of using a heavy dart is, you know, it covers up more of the bed. But if you then have a big point on it, your dart is not going to wave in the air. It should fly nice and straight if it's a good release, because any sort of wind or draft would not affect it. Now this is also quite interesting considering, for example, let's have a look at Simon Whitlock, okay? Simon Whitlock does not throw a heavy dart. However, he causes significant damage to the dartboard whenever he plays. But yet, one of the rules, which is the reason why you can't have heavy darts, is to then cause undue damage. Basically meaning, if your points are going deep into the board and you're taking them out, it's going to bring out more and more size and it's going to ruin the board quicker than it should. But like I said, have a look at Simon Whitlock when he throws his darts. I mean, look at how disgusting that dartboard is. That's just in one match that Simon's been in. I'll be honest, could you imagine Simon Whitlock playing on a Blade X board? So yes, there is a maximum weight that you can throw to stay legal in the WDF, the PDC, and also the soft tip. But is there one for throwing too light of a dart? Well, weirdly enough, there isn't. And I'll explain why. The reason why there is no such thing as a too light dart is because really, the lighter you go, the harder you've got to throw the dart, which then could cause more issues with how they go into the board. Go back to that draft point that I made about using a heavier dart. The lighter the dart, the more that's going to affect the dart. Hence why Stephen Bunting went from a 12 gram to an 18 gram dart, which he now throws. So there's no real benefit to throwing a light dart. Hence why there's no light illegal weight, but there is for the heavy illegal weight. So to put this up to test, I'm going to be using, in the 50 dart challenge, the Red Dragon Featherlights. Now, if you know me, you know that I normally throw 32 and 34 gram darts. That is significantly higher than the average, which it normally sits at around 23, 24. So the fact I'm going to be now throwing 10 gram darts, this could be really bad. Really, really bad. So this is what the Featherlights look like. And to give you a comparison, that's the difference in the darts that I throw and the darts I'm going to be throwing right now. I mean, look at that. That is a joke. So this is what the 50 dart challenge currently looks like for the leaderboard. Also, another shout out to Patrick Manicum. Have a look at the brand new surround. Wow. That is also stunning. But here we go then. 50 dart challenge with the Featherlights. Oh wow. Oh, that's 4 for 3. Now I am expecting myself to really struggle on the doubles of these. Where has that gone? Still 4 for 6. Oh my God. 5 for 9. These are just so hard to throw for someone who throws heavy, man. Come on, do you know what? I'll take 6 for 10. That's fine, 6 for 10, we'll take that. Down for 19s then. Oh my. 0 for 3. These are so hard to throw. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my God, I'm 0 for 6. 1. 2. 2 for 9. So that is, on the 20s and 19s, we've scored 8. 8! I can't throw light darts, man. I can't do it. Right, okay. Come on. Doubles then. Oh my God, 1. Okay. Got 1 already though. 2! What's going on?
Nice.
Oh my goodness! Oh, that's so close. Oh, that's nowhere near. Oh, that's nowhere near either. Still 2. It's just, for me, there's just nowhere near as much consistency as I do when I have heavy darts. Oh my. Oh my God, Exhibit A with those ones. Nope. Oh, close. No, still on 2. I'll be honest, I've already hit more doubles than I thought I was gonna hit with these. 3. Oh dear. Oh no, not even my trusty double 18. Come on. Ooh. Nope. Oh, we end on 3. So going into the scoring visits, we are on 24. Now to give you an idea, the last hazy 50 dart challenge we did, pretty certain I scored 24 just on the 20s and the 19s. Yeah, we're on the back foot here. Now, if I can score anything over 150 in total, I'll be happy. So 24 we're on, come on. 25, 26, 46, 46 with 6 to go. 66, 67, 87, 107, 127. Oh, 167. But there you have it then. The Red Dragon Featherlights score 167. Quite significantly at the bottom. But there you have it then, guys. That is today's video talking about the illegal weights in different darting corporations. Let me know what set of darts you want to see next in the Hazy 50 Dart Challenge. If you are new around here, we get 2 videos out a week at the moment until the Premier League finishes, because the Premier League is now on a Thursday and that's my upload day. How dare they? So if you are new around here, make sure you drop a sub. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. If you like the video, do what it says, like the video, and make sure you buy some of the amazing Dart shirts. I mean, look at it. But I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.
Okay.
You were useless.